Hey y'all, thanks for watching. So today I kind of want to talk about maybe possibly doing some better parenting, um, just so that we don't have the same problems we have today continue on in the future. By that I'm not talking about how people are raising their kids, literally. I'm talking about our politicians and the stupid arguments that I hear them make all the time. Arguments for their own decisions, their behavior, defending the behavior of other politicians up and including the president. Most of these arguments I wouldn't even tried on my mama as a kid. I'd have expected a smack in the mouth. It's ridiculous. How you gonna sit there and tell the American people that none of this stuff matters? None of it. It don't matter that all these people came out on their own, of their own volition, came out and testified against the wants and desires of the White House, the president, the administration, period, against their own dictate. They come in, they testify. They say that this is abnormal, this is wrong, this may be even criminal. But it don't matter. No matter that all these people that came in there were appointed by Trump. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Because y'all won't tell us who the whistleblower is. This whole investigation, this whole inquiry, this whole impeachment is all predicated on a whistleblower's report. And you won't reveal the identity of that whistleblower and have them made available for inquiry here before the Congress. So none of this stuff matters. It don't matter that everybody else has come out with their own testimony, their own facts, their own evidence. Nope, you won't tell us who this is, so it doesn't matter. That'd be the same as if I got in trouble when I was a kid playing outside doing something I shouldn't, saying some bad words or throwing rocks or something. One of my sisters went inside and tattled on me to my mama. My mama comes outside, and before she even gets to me, half the neighborhood says, Miss Cheryl, I seen him do it. I seen him. And she says, hey boy, you in trouble. You gonna have to come on in the house, take this ass whooping. I say, you ain't seen me do nothing. You can't prove nothing. She says, I don't have to prove nothing, because all these other people have come up and told me independently of one another that you did it. And I say, well, you can't believe none of them, and none of what that says matter, because you still haven't told me who the first person that tattled on me was. I think I'd have been picking a switch for an ass whooping, folks. I don't think that argument holds water at all. And don't think that the Democrats are above this, because they're right in the thick of it. Jerry Nadler was on TV the other day on an interview, and when he was questioned about the Democrats being afraid to vote for impeachment or articles of impeachment, whether it was in the House or for the impeachment in the Senate, that they may not vote for it because they were afraid of not winning their re-elections next year. Now that I have to say, remember when you was a kid and your mama said it was bedtime? You didn't want to go to bed? You hated bedtime? Why do you have to go to bed? You didn't know better? You didn't know that you needed 8 hours of sleep a night. You didn't know that you needed that rest and a regularly scheduled bedtime every night so that you could wake up refreshed, well rested, so that you could go to school and perform your best. But your mama knew that, because she knew better than you. And that's kind of where we're at with the government right now. We're having to be mama to the government. We know you don't want to do it. We know that you want to stay up and play video games. You want to stay up and finish watching this movie. But it's time to go to bed. Now you get up in tomorrow and have the rest of tomorrow to do whatever, but right now it's bedtime. That's all you got to do with it. Do what you're supposed to do. Your mama taught you that not everything in life is going to be roses. Not everything's going to come up smelling like candy. The fact that you may not win your re-election is of no relevance to me or the American public at large. Again, I have said it before and I'll say it again. If you're doing a good job representing your people and your people are prospering and they're happy, they'll remember your name. You don't have to be out there politicking. You don't have to be out there constantly seeking re-election, harassing people while they're at work or at home, hassling them for dollars so that you can put out TV ads. You won't need to do that because your people will know your name. Point blank. And then we got to go to Devin Nunes again. Devin, didn't your mama ever teach you that two wrongs don't make a right? Devin Nunes will say, yeah, I mean, I guess, well, no, those aren't my records. They got it all wrong. Well, okay, well, that I did find those calls, and I do kind of remember those calls vaguely, but I think I may have handed them off to somebody else. But again, it don't matter that I lied to begin with, and that I tried to sue people and make it a civil matter because it wasn't criminal, because clearly if CNN or Lev Parnas or his attorney had done something criminal like defamed me or lied, was doing something like slander or something liable, there's a criminal redress to that grievance. I could have taken them to court and the justice system would have had to go at them. But that's not what this was about. It wasn't about justice. It wasn't about doing what was right. It wasn't about an injury. It was about silencing people. Silencing them from telling the truth. The media, Mr. Parnas, his attorney. No, that ain't what it's about. What it's about is the Democrats are out there, they're abusing their power by putting out my phone records that were attached in this investigation. They didn't go and just look up my phone records. It came up because they were investigating this other dude, Lev Parnas, and he had several phone calls to me from his wife's phone, which, I guess that does seem suspicious as well. But again, this is just another step in the surveillance state for them to look into that poor reporter from the Hill. Yes, he was in touch with me and Mr. Giuliani and Mr. Parnas, and he was out there promoting this Russian propaganda story about Ukrainian interference into the 2016 election. Yeah, but that ain't the problem. What the problem is here is that I was stalked the other night at a benefit where I was trying to raise funds. Yes, sir. This man named Lee Fong, who was a reporter from The Intercept, he stalked me by asking me some simple questions about my involvement and the reports of my involvement in this. And so I took pictures and posted them online and was just scared for my life by a skinny little dude asking me some very polite questions and using all the politeness in the world. Are you kidding me? These people are ridiculous. I do not know who keeps voting for these people, but please stop. I don't want you to stop voting. I just want you to be more informed. Be better informed. Just stop believing the BS clickbait that you see. It takes, for real, it'll take you 3 minutes to Google a topic and look it up, and you can look at 12 different articles from both sides and right down the middle. And you can get an idea of what the truth is out of the situation being reported. It is not hard to see the facts when they're laying there in your face. These people have to work so hard to spin this. I'm almost willing to admit that they're worth $174,000 a year to be that just proficient at being liars and thieves. That is a skill that you have to work hard for. So, that's worth something, isn't it? Anyways, man, that's just my opinion. I hope y'all liked this video. If you didn't, if you hated it, guess what? Subscribe, hit that notification bell, come back and hate me again tomorrow. To all the people who loved it, comment below. Thank you for the support. Remember to check me out on my new Facebook page of Florida Men Explains. Thanks.